Alright, so if you're like me, you're here on YouTube because you wanted to put one of these tombstone taillights on your Harley Davidson. Um, so I'm making a video here for a couple tips and advice and stuff like that, things to show, and we'll go over everything here to get this installed because I had some problems. So this is the old tail light, and we'll go over all this in a minute here. But I bought the, I know that's gross, Milwaukee Twins tombstone tail light with the side markers on it. And I bought a universal, which come to find out is not exactly universal, but we'll get into that in a bit here. It came with this license plate bracket that I haven't put on yet, whatever. So I've got a 1995 SLFTF, a Fat Boy, which, you know, Softails, Fat Boys, whatever. And, you know, these older bikes, they have these two threaded studs that go through the back fender, and that's how it mounts on to the bike there. Right. Well, when you get your tombstone, you'll notice that it's got a bolt here and a bolt underneath because it's already on the fender here, and so it doesn't quite go on like it should, because these older bikes, they have a little V right here. It's just a rectangle, and you can see these rivets here that hold this plate on underneath it. And so, you know, one of two things you could do is you can cut that plate out so that you can fit this into the fender, and then drill new holes, and then you still have holes for your old taillight bracket or your old license plate bracket and whatnot. Or you can buy this adapter plate, which is what I did. I wasn't pleased about it. I think I found it for like 50 bucks on eBay, but I didn't have to drill any more holes, so yeah, it looks decent, I guess. It's nothing's bolted in yet, so it's just sitting there. So we'll get into the wiring here in a second. So one bit of advice, one thing I want to recommend is that you buy the climber manual for your bike, well, for your series of bike, because I mean, for starts, it's got like all your quick reference data, like your PSI, and there we go, PSI and stuff like that. It's got your fluid types, your capacities, your carburetor specs. It's got all this stuff, as well as just general maintenance and all that. But also, don't mind my jerky, I had mine holding in place there. It's got your entire wiring schematic here. And so this is what we're looking at here, and this is what really tripped me up. And I decided that I would just draw it out for you guys instead of, because my bike's already back together. So I'll get it all drawn out for you, and I'll show you how it's all laid out, and then I will show you the bike. So I did the best I could to draw this out here, you know, bike side, light side. As far as these two go, I mean, it's all pretty easy, but as far as your turn signals go, red, black, and then red, black in the middle here. On my bike, I've got two violets instead of a violet and a brown, which, you know, you can figure out the not black one, right? So red to violet, red to brown or violet, that's how mine is. And then black to black. This can just get grounded to the frame, or, you know, wherever you ground it. And then this side, you know, you got your black from your turn signal here, and then you'll have a black from your tail light assembly harness, I guess, and then a black from your turn signal. And you just put those three together and ground those to the tombstone mounting studs, because I found when I had the fender off, I could just ground this like a frame rail like this side, but once I had the fender on, it had to get grounded through that stud, because and you'd hit the turn signal and your turn signal and your brake light would flash like that. So that, I'm just trying to replicate this right here in the wiring diagram. And then as far as this goes, you know, you've got your stoplight, taillight, stoplight, however. Red and red, blue and black has seemed to work for me. And you know, like it's pretty much all self-explanatory there in the wiring diagram. The big problem that I had, like I said, was just finding the right grounds. And it just so happened that I didn't have any front turn signals until I did this endeavor, so I was able to wire my front turn signals in too. So go outside, I'll show you the bike now. Alright, so there's the tail light. I'll come up here, hit the turn signal. Voila! Hit the other side. Boom! Man, it sure does look nice, doesn't it? And you know, I got a couple other things I want to do. But if you have any questions about the wiring or the tombstone that I bought or anything, or heck, even just the bike, don't mind the messy garage, let me know. Reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to help in any way I can. Also, one bit of unsolicited advice: these quick disconnects for these saddlebags, chef's kiss. Good luck.